I've been slacking with the content, guys, but it's finally time for another comic book haul. It's been a month since my last haul. I've got a ton of books here, guys. This is episode 174. I've been out hunting high and low. In fact, this is just half the books. This is going to be the collection of books that are going to be staying in my PC. Car boots, LCSs, antique centres, even eBay, you name it, I've done the rounds, guys. But before we continue, if I could perhaps ask you, of course, for a subscription, a like, a share, a comment, ding that bell for notifications. It all really helps my low grade productions. Okay, guys. Well, we've got the James Gunn takeover, haven't we, in DC? And I'm not too thrilled about it so far, because I was a big fan of Zack Snyder's universe. But it's always nice when a nothing book, or a filler book, or so you think, suddenly becomes very relevant. And this book has really taken off with the announcement of the animated Creature Commandos. So I've had to pull it out, bag and board it, and now it's in the PC. This is a hard one to find. 7 Soldiers, Frankenstein, issue number 3, guys. Now this is the first appearance of Lady Frankenstein, who is going to be voiced by Jodine Varma in the upcoming animated Creature Commandos show. It's also the first mention of Shade, the superhuman advanced defense executive. I was gifted this book by my boss at work way back in 2016. Absolutely freebie, and it's probably going for around about £25 to £30 on a good day now. So a nice one to show off. My last couple of hauls have basically been based around my greatest ever haul, and a couple of those books didn't get shown crazily, but I did show this one in a sneak preview of my recent showcase on the World's Finest Comics. This is World's Finest Comics issue 264, and this is the 4th appearance of Black Adam, Teth Adam, in an original story. I picked this one up for £1.88 at the Cotswold Comic Con over in Tetbury. £1.88. Check out those haul videos, guys, because they are absolutely fantastic. Won't believe the books I got for a steal of a price. And another book that's going into the PC, because it's in Key Collector's app, and if it's in there, it gets into the PC. This is just a very nice Daredevil cover featuring Dr. Octopus by, of course, Frank Miller. So it's the first appearance of Joseph Wall-Eyed Pike. Around about a £15 book, that one. Okay, so now into the books I've actually picked up. And I've been everywhere, guys, I really have. But whenever there's an opportunity. This one I picked up in Cornwall, and you'll see a few more books from Cornwall in part 2 of this big haul video. And I've been looking for this one forever. Finally found it. This is Bloodshot, issue number 6 from Valiant. Just 50p for it. The first appearance of Colin King, Ninjak, but not in costume. I had here the first appearance of Ninjak, but this one always eluded me. Finally can tick that one off. Okay, so one of my favourite places here in Gloucester is called Games and Collectibles. It's basically a gaming shop, retro shop, statues, figures, games, you name it, they do it. And they've got quite a few comics there. And I've picked up some Brammers over the years, and they always have pound boxes. I've picked up a few minor keys. This is Injustice 2, issue number 3. This one has always been shown off by Merciful Comics. This is the first appearance of Athanasia Al Ghul, Damien's sister. Pound for that one? Never know. Siblings, when it comes to the big characters, tend to have a bit of a future. This one is I picked up because if they make it onto screen, I like to chase them down. This is Spider-Girl, issue 51. And this is the first appearance of Aftershock, Alison Dillon, daughter of Electro in the MC2 alternate universe. Now this character actually, believe it or not, appeared in the Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur animated show. Pound for that one. I love those quirky little pound books. one of my recent haul videos, I showed off Authority #1. Of course, we're getting Authority, and I believe they're going to be in the Superman Legacy movie. So whenever I can find a key related to Authority, I'll pick it up. This is from Wildstorm, Authority, issue number 29. This is a marriage of Apollo, who was a Phobos Apollo, and Midnighter Lucas Trent. First mainstream comic book wedding between two male superheroes. This is also the final issue. When the Authority hit, and they're coming, I think this book may well go for some good coin. Then there was I went in the other day, and there was a ton of Harley Quinn books there. Not the first volume, but the New 52 run and the DC Rebirth books. I picked up the three most expensive ones there. This is Harley Quinn issue number 1 from the New 52, and this is the first team appearance of the roller derby team, the Brooklyn Bruisers, who are Bowling Bell, Skyscraper, Summer Days, and Tanya Tank. It's also the first appearance of Queenie and Big Tony, regular Amanda Connor cover, and about a £10 to a £15 book, that one. Not bad for a quid. Then we move on to issue number 2. Like this cover. First appearance of Cyborg, an ex-government operative with cybernetically enhanced body parts. Also the first appearance of Madame Macabre, caretaker of the House of Wax and Murder Museum. Around about a £10 book. And finally, from the Harley Quinn run, I picked up issue number 3. This is the first appearance of an escaped convict who later becomes Red Tool. Another Amanda Connor cover. Again, around about a £10 book. I've always been on the lookout for this one. I finally found a copy. This is Batman Arkham Knight, issue number 1. First cameo and cover appearance of Arkham Knight was, of course, Jason Todd. Promotional comic included with the limited edition of Batman and Batmobile edition of the PS4 video game Batman Arkham Knight, prequel to the PS4 video game. Done a Panosian cover. Again, around about a £10 to a £15 book. Then I went over and visited my good friend John over in Tewkesbury. It's his birthday today. Picked up a few books to be selling. I'll show them off at a later date. But I did manage to pick up this one. This is, of course, the first cover appearance of Calypso in Daredevil issue 310. And Calypso is Azelli. She's going to be in the Craven movie that's upcoming. Now, there's a newsstand copy as well, which is a Brucey bonus. And that goes nicely, pairs up with my direct that I had previously. I went to Blackpool and for my son's chess. It was a great adventure. He managed to get a little norm, which means you can qualify for England trials. But whilst there, we hit up the comic shop in between chess. You know what I'm like. Picked up a few. Again, I'll show them off at a later date. But this one's been on my radar for the longest time. We're getting the Justice League Dark at some point. And this is a nice book because it's a tough one to find. Phantom Stranger, issue number 8. Paid £2.50 for this one in a shop called iCollectibles in Blackpool. This is the first appearance of Nightmare Nurse, who is Aza. When summoned, heals supernatural wounds. And it's also the first appearance and origin of Sin Eater, Philip Stark, the demonic spirit of a serial killer. And this book, or rather Nightmare Nurse, appears in my encyclopedia. Got a feeling we could see that character on screen. Then in Gloucester, back to Gloucester now, in the local antique centre. Already had this issue, but I was delighted to upgrade it for £3. Again, a tough book to find. X-Force, issue 125. First appearance of Dead Girl, who is Moonbeam, a mutant whose powers manifested after she died. It's also the first appearance of Agent Wright. But it's all about Dead Girl. I am a big fan of Dead Man and in the DC. So why not have Dead Girl? Got a feeling we could see her on screen at some point. That's around about a £20 book, believe it or not. At the car boot, I managed to find this one for just £1, which was a bonus. Of course, we had the She-Hulk show, and that popped Scar. Not the Scar I was looking forward to, but Scar nonetheless. So I managed to find Scar, Son of Hulk, issue number 1. First full appearance and origin of Scar in the mainstream Marvel Universe. Of course, he appears in that What If book, which I own. And Scar appears throughout this issue as a boy until the final panel. I picked those one up in January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, May, I believe. So I've been holding on to this book for that long, and that was in Cheltenham, £1. So then I hit up one of the local comic shops here, and it's called Planet All Stars. Cracking little shop. Friends with the owner, Aaron. And I picked up some decent books for what worked out at less than £2 a book for the majority. First up, I picked up, this is around about an £8 book, Fear Itself, issue number 7 of 7. The debut of Spider-Man's suit made of Uru, the same metal used to make Mjolnir. Captain America wields Mjolnir in his traditional costume in this issue. First cameo appearance of Marcus Johnson in a photo, later revealed to be Nick Fury Jr. First appearance of Iron Man's Uru armor, and the first appearance and death of Nya Marie Johnson. Death of Thor Odinson in this one as well. Steve McNiven cover, £1.75 for that. Then, delighted to pick up this one. I've got the second printing. I've missed out on the first printing, but I've got Canto now. Issue number 1, the third printing from Drew Zucker. Of course, I think Canto is coming in animated form from Will Smith's production company. Well, whether that still happens with what's happened to Will Smith. Had the second printing. Now I own the first printing, Captain Carter, issue number 1 for £2. First appearance of Captain Carter, Margaret Peggy Carter, in comic books. Of course, we saw her in the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Rumoured to be getting her own show, believe it or not. Hayley Atwell, and big fan of Hayley Atwell. I liked Peggy Carter, the show, as well. And yeah, I think there is a future for her character. As well as that, I picked up, again, issue 1. But this is the variant Sarah Pichelli Women History Month cover. It's Captain Carter issue number 1. £1.67 for that one. And I also picked up, I wasn't done with Captain Carter, the Ted Novak headshot cover variant. So I'm all set for Captain Carter. Picked up Batman, issue 489 for £1.67. Second appearance of Bane, Antonio Diego. I picked up Vengeance of Bane, his first appearance a little while ago. Azrael also assumes the Batman mantle in this issue. Paid slightly more for this one, £1.75. This is Iron Fist, the Living Weapon, issue number 1. The first appearance of Pei, later receives the power of the Iron Fist. This book was really hot at one point. I think it was around about 25 to 30. It's come down a little bit, but not too much. Upgraded my copy of Hawkeye, issue number 2 for £1.75. First team up of Clint Barton and Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. This is a nice pickup. Star Wars, Knights of the Republic. Got me Star Wars top on, look. Issue number 40. First cameo appearance of Shantique. Around about £15-20 book. So that was me done with that shop. Now we're going to finish up with some books from Bristol and an eBay purchase. So I hit up Area 51, which has been very, very good to me over the years. But the last couple of times, not so many good books. But, you know, when it comes to reprints, some of them can be very expensive. And we're talking £20 plus. This is the case here. This is Incredible Hulk, issue number 1 for £1.36. It's the reprint, of course, of Hulk's first appearance, and it was polybagged with the 2005 Marvel Legends Grey Hulk action figure. I'll never have the real McCoy, so that will do for now. I picked up a lot of these. I already have the original copy of Avengers 87, so now I've picked up the 2005 Marvel Legends Black Panther action figure reprint. This one can go for some serious coin, 30 plus. Amazing Spider-Man, issue 122, reprint of reprint of Spider-Man 122, The Death of Green Goblin, distributed with the 2004 Marvel Legends Green Goblin action figure. Again, I don't think I'll own that book. I think my mate Lee found that for £1 in a dollar bin, basically, in one of the local cons. The final one, already had this book, which I won from Joker 68 in a great competition, but now I've got Marvel Premiere issue 47, the reprint, again distributed with a 2005 Ant-Man action figure, I believe. Of course, this is the first appearance of Scott Lang as Ant-Man in costume, as well as the first appearance of Darren Cross and Ant-Man's daughter, I think, as a character. And then I picked up Amazing Spider-Man issue 88. I remember this being in my top 20 videos for a long time. First appearance of Queen Goblin, who is Ashley Kafka. Then I picked up Deadpool issue number 6. First appearance and cover of Deadpool 2099. Warda Wilson, the daughter of Wade and Shikla. First appearance of Ellie Camacho as Deadpool. First appearance of the Bob's Gang. Scott Koblish cover. And this book again can be quite pricey, 20 plus. Really can't wait for Deadpool 3. I don't think it's been a great year for films, I've got to be honest. I've not been too excited. I watched Oppenheimer the other day and I had a load of rave reviews, and I went in there. Yes, Cillian Murphy was absolutely fantastic in the role, but boy was the film slow, yeah. And yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. I give it about a 6.5 because there were some good moments, but no. And then I picked up Infinity issue number 9. And this is the first full appearance of the Black Order, aka Cull Obsidian team, a ruthless mercenary task force who serves Thanos, of course. First cover appearance of Thanos and the Black Order team. Around about a £10 book. Rounding off. Actually, I've got two more, I think, from Area 51. First up, we have this one. We've got a bit of limelight due to the Secret Invasion show. This is Incredible Hercules, issue 120. This is the first full appearance of Kleiba, or Kleibin, a Skrull god that was alluded to in the show. It is a Secret Invasion tie-in, funnily enough. £1.50 for that one. And rounding off Area 51, this was a nice pickup for just £5. I've been looking for this one for forever. This is John Constantine, Hellblazer, issue number 1. Yeah, it's around about £30-40 book. First appearance of a character that appeared in the Constantine movie and Constantine TV show, Papa Midnight. Character in my encyclopedia as well. Also the first appearance of Chaz, who was I think in the Constantine TV show as well. First appearance of Gaz, also I think was in the show. First appearance of the British Boys Gang. And a good pickup, £5. whilst in Bristol as well, I hit up 8-Bit Planet, which is like another gaming shop, and I picked up this one who's got a bit of heat due to the authority. That is Planetary, issue number 1. Second appearance of the Planetary team, Elijah Snow, drummer, and Chiquita Wagner. First appearance and origin of Axel Brass. But I think this one come to fruition because of Elijah Snow, who may be in the movie, if I'm not mistaken. Authority. £2. Again, around about a £20 book. My cat's just arrived, so if you hear some meows, that's why. And then a couple of books I picked up in Excelsior Comics, which is probably the biggest comic shop in Bristol. I've done well over the years there, but the keys are really drying out there. Sticking with Secret Invasion, I showed you Hercules issue 120. I picked up Hercules issue 119 for £2. The second cameo appearance of Klyber speaks the line that is emblazoned on a Secret Invasion hat given to the film crew. Death of Gefyad the Righteous. Kirby and Snowbird. We aren't done with the scrolls, I believe. And then for £4 I picked up Marvel Team Up issue 117. First appearance of Professor Power, Anthony Power. This one goes for surprisingly quite a lot, around about 15 to 20 on a good day. This one I couldn't believe was there. What did I pay for this? £3.50. Heck of a find. Thor, God of Thunder, issue number 6. Origin of Gore the God Butcher, I thought was absolutely fantastic, played by Christian Bale. First cameo appearance of Null, the symbiote god. Great pickup for £3.50, easily a £30 to £40 book still. And my final pickup, guys, is a book I'm always looking for but could never find. I pulled the trigger on eBay and I got it for a pretty decent price. I think £17.80. Very hard book to find. This is the kind of character I believe we could see maybe in Peacemaker, something like that. This is the Demon Annual 2 from 1993, guys. Yeah, £17.80 for that one on eBay. The first appearance of Hitman Tommy Monahan, a contract killer with a strict moral code who received special powers after being hit by an alien. So the first appearance of Mo and Joe Dubell. But Hitman has been talked up in the past of coming onto the screen. I've got a feeling we could see him. That's it, guys. That is a wrap. All done in around about, well, under 25 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the books. There's more to come. Plenty more. Bye for now.